Imagine you live in a giant city. Not just any city, but one that never sleeps, where every light you see is a home, a story, or a dream. Cities are full of life, energy, and endless possibilities. Now imagine your city is made not of houses, but of stars, planets, and dust. Each glowing point is a sun, each dark patch a cloud of cosmic dust, and every street is a swirling arm of stardust. Welcome to the Milky Way. This is the city we all share, a cosmic metropolis stretching across the universe. This is our home galaxy, a huge, beautiful city in the universe, spinning slowly through space. Its spiral arms reach out like glowing highways, connecting billions of stars. If you look up at the night sky on a clear night, you might see a hazy, milky band stretching overhead. That's the Milky Way, shining softly above us. That's where our galaxy gets its yummy name. Ancient people thought it looked like milk spilled across the sky. The Milky Way is more than just a pretty sight. It's a living, breathing system, full of wonders waiting to be discovered. It holds our sun, all the planets, and every star you can see with your naked eyes. Our entire solar system is just one tiny neighborhood in this vast city of stars. And we're not alone. There are at least 100 billion other galaxies out there. Each one is its own city, with its own mysteries and stories. But today, we'll take a closer look at our own cosmic neighborhood. There's so much to explore right here at home. Why should we care about the Milky Way? Because it's where our story began, and where our future lies. For one, it's the only place we know where life exists. Every living thing we know is part of this galactic family. Also, it's the best way to learn about how galaxies work. By studying our own, we unlock secrets about the universe itself. So pack your imaginary space helmet. We're going to explore the secrets of our spiral home. Get ready for an adventure across light years. If you think your home is special, just wait. The Milky Way is a place of endless wonder, and you're right in the middle of it. The Milky Way is full of surprises, mysteries, and, believe it or not, a black hole that loves to eat. There's so much more to discover, so let's begin our journey through our cosmic home. The Milky Way is what astronomers call a spiral galaxy. No, it doesn't spin like a pizza dough, but it does have arms that swirl around its center. If you could see the Milky Way from above, you'd notice it looks like a giant pinwheel or a cosmic cinnamon roll. Yum! A spiral galaxy has three main parts: a bright, dense center called the bulge, flat arms that stretch out, and a thin disk that holds everything together. Those spiral arms are packed with bright young stars, glowing clouds of gas, and dust. Why are spiral galaxies so special? Well, they're pretty common. About 2/3 of all galaxies we know are spirals. But the Milky Way is extra special because it's our home. Plus, spiral arms are great for making new stars. It's like a giant, never-ending cosmic bakery. So next time you see a swirl of cream in your coffee, just remember, the universe loves spirals too. And lucky for us, we live in one of the most beautiful ones. How many stars are in the Milky Way? Get ready. This number is so big you might need to sit down. Scientists think there are between 100 and 400 billion stars in our galaxy. That's billion with a B. If you tried to count them out loud, one per second, it would take you longer than a human lifetime. Actually, longer than all of human history. To help you imagine, picture every person on Earth. Now give everyone 50 stars. That's still not enough. Or think of it this way. If each star were a grain of sand, you could fill up the world's biggest beach and still have some left over. With so many stars, you might wonder, are there other planets or even other life forms out there? We don't know for sure, but with billions of stars, anything is possible. Maybe somewhere, someone is looking at their sky, wondering about us. So the next time you see a twinkling star, remember, it's just one of billions sparkling in our galactic city. The Milky Way is huge. No, really, it's enormous. When you look up at the night sky and see that faint milky band stretching overhead, you're actually glimpsing just a tiny slice of our home galaxy. It's so vast that it boggles the mind. If you could travel at the speed of light, which is about 186,000 miles per second, it would still take you between 100,000 and 200,000 years to cross the galaxy from end to end. That's the fastest speed possible in the universe, and yet the Milky Way is so wide that even light itself needs an epic journey to get across. That's like running a marathon that takes longer than all of recorded human history. Talk about a long road trip. Imagine setting out on a journey that would outlast the rise and fall of civilizations, the building of pyramids, and the invention of the internet, all combined. It's hard to picture something so big. Our brains just aren't wired to grasp these kinds of distances. So let's try some fun comparisons to help make sense of it. If the Milky Way were a pancake, our entire solar system would be smaller than a sprinkle of sugar on top. That's right. Everything we know, every planet, every comet, every bit of space we've ever explored would be just a tiny speck. Or, if the galaxy was shrunk to the size of the United States, our solar system would fit inside a tiny neighborhood park. You could walk across it in a few minutes, but the rest of the galaxy would stretch for thousands of miles in every direction. The galaxy is shaped like a disk, kind of like a flying saucer or a pizza with a bulgy center. Most of its stars, including our sun, are spread out in this thin, flat disk. It's also pretty thin compared to its width, only about 1,000 light-years thick. That's like a cosmic pancake that's incredibly wide but surprisingly flat. That means if our galaxy were a pancake, it would be a very flat one, but still too big for any breakfast plate. Even the largest plate you can imagine wouldn't come close to holding it. So, next time you feel lost on Earth, just remember, you're actually living in a giant spinning saucer, zooming through the universe at 514,000 miles per hour. Our planet, our solar system, and everything we know is part of this incredible cosmic journey, racing through space together. Isn't that amazing? So, where exactly do we call home in this vast, swirling city of stars we call the Milky Way? Our solar system is nestled in a relatively quiet corner known as the Orion Spur, a small but significant region of our galaxy. Imagine the Milky Way as a giant pinwheel, and the Orion Spur is like a little cosmic side street tucked between two of the galaxy's main highways, the Sagittarius Arm and the Perseus Arm. From our vantage point in the Orion Spur, we're surrounded by some pretty remarkable and well-known neighbors in the cosmic neighborhood. The closest star system to us is Alpha Centauri, sitting just over 4 light-years away, a mere stone's throw in galactic terms. That's like having the next house down the street, if your street was measured in trillions of miles. And then there's Betelgeuse, a red supergiant star so enormous that if it took the place of our sun, its surface would stretch all the way out to Jupiter's orbit, swallowing Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and even the asteroid belt. Our solar system isn't anywhere near the bustling center of the galaxy. In fact, we're about 27,000 light-years from the galactic core, so not quite in the downtown district, but definitely not out in the far-flung suburbs either. This location is actually a pretty safe spot for life. Being too close to the center exposes you to intense radiation and gravitational chaos, but we'll explore those dangers in more detail later. With so many stars packed into our region, space can seem surprisingly busy and full of activity. But don't worry, despite the cosmic crowd, you won't be bumping into your stellar neighbors at the local grocery store anytime soon. Even the closest stars are separated by unimaginable distances, trillions and trillions of miles, making our neighborhood feel both busy and incredibly vast at the same time. Look beyond the bright disk of the Milky Way, and you'll find the galactic halo. It's a huge, faint cloud that surrounds the galaxy, kind of like a ghostly bubble. The halo is mostly invisible, but it's full of mystery and old treasures. Inside the halo are ancient star clusters called globular clusters. These are tight groups of thousands, even millions, of old stars. Some are almost as old as the universe itself. If the galaxy were a birthday cake, these clusters would be the sprinkles from the very first party. The halo also has lots of dark matter, a strange, invisible stuff that holds the Milky Way together. Scientists aren't sure what dark matter is, but they know it's there because of the way stars move in the galaxy. So, while the halo may seem empty, it's actually a cosmic attic, holding secrets from the galaxy's earliest days. If you want to meet some really old stars, that's where you should go. But, bring a warm coat because it's chilly out there. At the very heart of the Milky Way lies the galactic nucleus. This is the downtown of our galaxy, packed with stars, dust, and more action than any other place in the Milky Way. But the real star of the show, pun totally intended, is something you can't even see. A supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A, pronounced A star. Sagittarius A is a monster. It's about 4 million times more massive than our sun. It's like having a black hole party guest who eats everything at the buffet, including the table. Luckily, we're far enough away to stay safe. The stars near the nucleus move very fast, zooming around the black hole at breakneck speeds. It's a pretty wild place, definitely not where you'd want to park your spaceship for a quiet night. Even though we can't see the black hole directly, astronomers have watched stars dance around an invisible point. That's how we know it's there. And trust me, you really don't want to get too close. One of the most exciting places in the Milky Way is the Norma Arm. This is one of the galaxy's spiral arms, and it's a hotspot for making new stars. You could say it's the galaxy's nursery or, maternity ward. Inside the Norma Arm, giant clouds of gas and dust come together to form new stars and star clusters. Sometimes these clouds get so dense they collapse under their own gravity, and, voila, a new star is born. The Norma Arm is important because it keeps our galaxy young. Without places like this, the Milky Way would run out of fresh stars, and things would get pretty dark and lonely. So, if you're ever looking for cosmic baby pictures, the Norma Arm is where you'll find them. Just don't forget to say "aw" at all the adorable newborn stars. Let's wrap up our tour by visiting the galactic disk. This is the flat, pancake-shaped part of the Milky Way, and it's where all the action happens. The disk is filled with stars of all ages, planets, colorful nebulae, and sparkling star clusters. If the galaxy were a pizza, the disk would be the cheesy, delicious part that everyone loves. Inside the disk, you'll find regions like the near and far 3 kiloparsec zones, big donut-shaped rings close to the galactic bulge, where lots of star formation happens. The disk is also home to our solar system, as well as many other planets and perhaps alien civilizations, though none have said hello yet. It's a busy place, full of life, light, and endless wonders. So, next time you look up at the night sky, remember that you're looking into the bright, bustling heart of our spiral home. The Milky Way is more than just a galaxy. It's our cosmic family, spinning together through the universe.